Tonight, Hollywood at its most glamorous. She's a sex symbol, screen diva, and it's always a pleasure to see her.
Well, thank you, Piers. And it's lovely to see you, too.
And she turns superstar secrets into stories you just can't put down.
I know all of Hollywood's secrets, Piers, including yours.
Joan and Jackie Collins together for the first time ever on television.
This is going to be quite a night. I can promise you that.
I don't know, what am I doing? Here's the thing, you were my high school crush. I don't see how it could get any worse.
Also tonight, Hollywood's rising stars, Topher Grace, Anna Faris and Teresa Palmer, the cast of Take Me Home Tonight. How have you avoided becoming Charlie Sheen?
Oh, you just don't know. I'm just very good at hiding it. I'm high as a kite right now.
This is Piers Morgan Tonight. Joan and Jackie Collins have never, I repeat, never, done a television interview together. But tonight, I'm going to create history and bring them together on television. Ladies, how have you managed to avoid ever doing an interview together?
I guess we're just clever in that way. And we wanted to stay friends, you know?
Nobody's ever asked us, Piers.
No, that can't be true.
I'm not kidding. Have you ever been asked to do maybe on Good Morning England once, I think. But we've never been in the same place, and there was never anything. And we love you so much. Well, I do. She's only just met you.
Well, we're Twitter friends.
Yeah, we're Twitter friends.
So
I'm very jealous
we
of
fell
your
in love over Twitter. It's a different thing.
Did.
Oh, you're in love.
DM
sort of
you all the
cyber
time.
love. Yeah, exactly.
Cyber love, isn't it good?
We're sitting here together, how do you feel about doing a joint interview?
Well, it's really fun. I mean, we both said that we would have fun with it, and we both like you. I think I like you. I'll let you know at the end of this.
So far, so good.
I passed one test with Joan.
Oh, you did?
We did an interview in England together,
I
yeah.
saw it, and I thought it was so terrific. I
Yeah.
think you're doing a great job, actually. I've been watching all your interviews.
Thank you.
I loved it when you asked Hugh Hefner's girlfriend, 23, Hugh Hefner, 83, and what does she see in him?
Yeah, what did you make of that?
23 goes into 83 more than 83 goes into 23.
I mean, both you ladies have had, you know, you've experimented in the genre of the toy boys. And when you see Hefner doing his thing, what do you think?
What do I think? Well, I haven't seen Hefner doing his thing. I don't think
Well, he's
I
about
would
to
like
marry a
to see that.
23-year-old girl.
Okay, good for him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, but she'll
Does
get all
age
the
matter
money.
anymore? Does anyone care, do you think?
No, I don't
I
think
don't
anybody
think
does.
age is unimportant unless you're a bottle of wine, I think. I mean, look at me. Fabulous.
Well, you do look fabulous.
Look at us, yeah.
You both look absolutely fabulous.
We had absolutely beautiful parents. You know, we're
Is
very
that what it is?
lucky.
Good genes?
Yeah,
Yes,
good genes.
but also a lot of makeup.
And also, I know your trick. I don't know if you do the same thing.
What?
You have not exposed your face to the sun in how long?
Oh, my God, since I was 20, in 1902.
And you literally, you haven't.
No, I wear hats all the time. You can never catch me outdoors in rain, shine, whatever, without a hat. And I always wear the base, and I always wear the, you know, the high protection. Jackie doesn't go in the sun at all.
That's
Really?
because I'm at my computer writing all the time.
Oh.
Handwriting.
But both of you, I mean, you look amazing. I'm not going to say how old you are, but people can find out and they'll be amazed.
Yeah, when I...
Yeah.
No, but they will be, because you look about 20 years younger than both of you.
When I first came to Hollywood, you know, I came from London, like you, and you see the sun, you know, at 11 o'clock in the morning, I was out by my pool, and I had this amazing suntan for years on end.
Yes, you did.
And then one day I just got bored with it, and I thought, you know, this is too boring. I'm writing, sweat is dripping off me, I'm having to throw myself in the pool all the time, and I thought, you know, this is not good. I'm going to, you know, forget about the sun and forget about a suntan.
Now, I want to clear one thing up, because there are lots of rumours that over time, as siblings do, you've had your ups and downs as sisters. I mean, have you had any real cataclysmic fallings out?
Oh, no. But, you know, when you're brought up together, you always have little arguments when you were children. And, I mean, no, I see my own children. They have little discussions and disagreements. But I don't think we've done it any more than anybody else does. But I think one of the things is that during the time that I was doing Dynasty and Jackie was here, I was married to somebody that, well, you didn't like him.
Which
He
one was
didn't
that?
like you.
Well, I can't remember this.
The Swede. Yeah. And
The Swede we don't mention.
yeah, the Swede. No, we don't mention him.
Yes.
And
He was number 3, right?
Yes. That's right.
You've been married 5 times.
Yes.
You were married twice.
I've been married twice.
And divorced twice.
Engaged. No, I was divorced once only. Right. My first husband, unfortunately, was into drugs, and so at a very young age, I had got to live with a drug addict, so I knew what it was all about. My second husband died of prostate cancer after we'd been very happily married for 22 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got
he
engaged.
was a fantastic guy. He ran all the clubs in London.
Yes, I remember him.
Adelaide,
I remember him well,
They
yeah.
were all his clubs.
Yes, I remember.
So I used to sit there every night, gaining all this fantastic research as I watched everybody at play.
Yeah, he was. He was a wonderful man, really fantastic. Yeah. But I've always been, you know, a sort of a serial bride, never a mattress.
That's a really good turn of phrase.
That's a great line.
It should be on a cushion, shouldn't it?
This is good.
Yeah.
What were you like together when you were young sisters?
Well, I used to write, and Joan used to illustrate. She was a wonderful drawer, and she would draw these fantastic figures. And so I would make up a story around these figures that she would draw. It was
And
great.
is that where you sort of developed the creative writing then?
I guess I did, and she's always been a wonderful designer.
Well, I wanted to be a dress designer. I didn't know whether I wanted to be a dress designer or an actress or a detective. So, you know, I was doing these wonderful sort of 1950s, 60s costumes, and they would be, and Jackie would write stories about them. I forgot about that. You must have that somewhere.
I know, I've got them somewhere.
There were
They're
so
fantastic.
many. And of course, in those days, children used to amuse themselves. They didn't have all of this to do all the time.
What were your parents like?
Well, our parents were very, very different from each other. Our mother was the complete... she was the homebody. She looked after us. She had no ambition to be anything except a good wife and a good mother, caring about her father. Our father was strict, dictatorial. He was from another age. He was... I mean, I don't think I was ever hugged by my father. Were you?
Hence the 5 husbands. She was making up for lost time. He was a bit of a male chauvinist,
Oh,
you know?
a bit?
Yeah.
Hello.
He used to have these card games every Friday night, and my mother would take in a trolley of food, and I would hide under the trolley, and I could listen to all these men talking. And they were very, you know, women were either mothers, sisters, daughters, or they were whores and hookers. And it was so
pretty
interesting.
sexist kind
very
of
sexist,
environment.
Which
That's
I
what
think,
you
yeah, which
got
I
all
think
the
is
ideas
why,
for a book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where do you get the glamour from? Because you both are very glamorous and always have been.
Well, Joan came to Hollywood, right, and I was thrown out of school. So when I was thrown out of school, my parents said to me, reform school or Hollywood. And I thought for a few minutes, and I said, you know what, I think I'll take Hollywood. Joan met me at the airport and said, here's the keys to the car, learn to drive, here's the apartment, I'm off on location. She was off on some glamorous location with
I
Harry
mean, in a few years, I mean, you were dating Warren Beatty, you were dating Marlon Brando. I mean, you didn't do badly with a couple of girls from England, did you?
I'm sorry, I think I better set something straight. When I met Warren, he was a totally unknown actor. Nobody knew who he was. And everyone said, oh, Warren Beatty.
So he was dating Joan Collins,
That's
is the way to put
Thank
it, right?
you very much.
Is that the wrong way? That's the right way around,
That
right?
is the right way around.
Yeah, of
And
course.
so the juvenile delinquent arrives in town, being me, 15, and I go to the Chateau Marmont, and she has this beautiful suite there, and I thought, oh, this is going to be so nice, I'm going to be sleeping in here. And she says to me, oh, you're going to be swapping beds with Warren. He's right up at the top in this teeny little attic room. And so every night I would go up to the attic, and he would come down to the suite.
God,
And
I
who-
don't
and
We
remember
go way
that.
back with
And do you
Warren.
remember when Jackie went out with Marlon Brando?
Yes, I do, actually, because I was at the party where he pulled her.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about that in my autobiography.
Yes, so...
Look, we've got
details that
we
we've
God
leave-
all night, Jackie. I mean,
leave-
come on. You and Marlon?
Yes,
When
well...
he was thin, too.
Listen, when you came up, I was hanging out with Marlon Brando, Paul Newman, Stuart Stern, who was the great writer, Natalie
England.
Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, nobody knows who he is. Robert Wagner.
It was a love of her life
Damn
for 2
it.
years.
It was not. It
mention
was
that.
not.
Yeah.
Really?
No, no. She liked to think that. The love of my life
This
is
is the great
Percy.
advantage of having you both
Yeah,
on, you
yeah.
see.
Love
Yes.
of her life is Percy. I have to say about Percy, her current husband, he is
Current
fantastic.
and only, yeah.
Current
I
and
think
only.
current is the wrong word to use,
Yes,
Jackie.
you're absolutely right.
Current implies
Can you tell that I'm a
certain
writer?
temporary nature to the relationship, which I don't think Joan would like you to
Her
convey.
forever husband. A forever husband. Percy is the greatest. I
He
believe
is.
all
Well,
of
we're going to come to Percy. I want to dwell for a moment, though, on this amazing lifestyle that you two young English girls were having together, because it's the stuff of fantasy, isn't it? You're in Hollywood, you're dating Warren Beatty, Marlon Brando. I mean, who do you think, collectively, was the greatest heartthrob of them all, male heartthrob, in Hollywood? Who was the one?
What, for me? I mean,
Yeah.
male hearts that I fell in love with? No, I've never fallen for any actor.
Well, maybe not even
Only
fallen, but
Warren
maybe
Newman.
looked at it and thought, you
well,
are...
Paul Newman,
Paul Newman?
absolutely. And such a nice, sweet, down-to-earth person, but, you know, so good-looking and so nice. And he wanted me to be on one of his... he was bringing something out called Virgin salad dressing.
Yes, right.
And he wanted me to be the face of it. And I said, no, I'm not a virgin.
Because he made a fortune with this stuff.
Yes, and he gave
You
it all to charity.
Who would your choice be?
Well, I was very young, but I would skulk around these parties and watch people. And I remember seeing Robert Mitchum at a party, and I thought, oh my God, he was such a
Because he was huge.
He was such a badass.
He
That's what I
loved
loved about
you.
him.
Yeah.
He loved you. When I was doing a picture with him,
That's because I was 15.
Yeah, in the south, in Jamaica, and he was on a nearby island, and he kept on sending messages over to me about, is your kid's sister coming over? I'd like to meet your kid's sister. And he said worse things than that, but I can't keep it on a family show.
I mean, you trot these stories out, but they're amazing stories, amazing
had some
names
good
that
ones.
you were hanging out with then.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a life you two
Yes.
have had, haven't you? We're going to have a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk to you about a slightly more contentious issue, and that is how to stay young in Hollywood, deploying plastic surgery.
Okay.